We are back. Sam Seder on the Majority Report. Ladies and gentlemen, it's longtime listeners of this program know that I have been concerned about my health in terms of just like the exercise I get. And we've talked about different programs on this program that have sponsored us, but I think I found the one that I really like the best. Let's play a little clip of this. This is these guys, Chopped and Steele. Matt turned me on to them because they were on Good Day Dakota. And as you know, Matt always, every night, goes back and...
I TiVo it.
He TiVos it and plays it through a replay from his parents in Bismarck. And so he turned me on to these guys. Here's a clip of Chopped and Steele on Good Day Dakota.
You got it. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about that we were talking about a little bit is what you guys are going to do.
We brought towels.
With the cinder block. This is something that's really exciting. You guys are doing shows in North Dakota now.
We are.
And so what is your next show coming up?
Tonight we're at 7:30. We're playing the Curves in Mandan.
In Mandan? Yeah, absolutely.
Mandan,
if all goes well.
That's
what
very
we're
exciting.
It's not 100% confirmed yet for that show, but I'm calling them immediately when we get done with this, confirm it. If it's not, we do play the parking lot of Best Buy. That's usually our backup.
Admission is free, or
for the Best Buy.
$5. But if you bring what we do is we ask people if they bring any stick, that we'll chop it for them. They can see that done. If you bring a stick, admission's half off. So.
Excellent. You don't have to worry about that right now. That's no problem.
I feel bad about that.
No, it's okay. We got it. No sweat. I'll tell you. Let's take a look at. Let's get the cinder block.
Well,
I apologize. I should just say that right there. They've just gone through their thing where they chop. Tiny sticks, which you wouldn't know would necessarily be so healthy. And of course, the vats of gravy that they were doing curls with spilled. Do we have just a little bit more of this clip? Okay.
We realized just before we went on air we forgot our sledgehammer.
The sledgehammer in the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can do that.
Hey, no worries. No worries. You don't have to worry about that. No problem.
Right.
Anyway, coming up on Good Day Dakota, we have more action on the way. Chop and Steele, thank you so much
Thanks
for
so much.
joining us.
Apologize for the mess.
Yes, really appreciate it. No worries. Give thanks for strengths. Be sure to check it out once again, and we'll have more Good Day Dakota on the way.
Oh, I was going to also say.
I'm sorry. So sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. No sweat at all. No problem. Thank you so much for joining us, and we have Weather with Amber coming up.
Sorry.
It's Chop and Steele, folks, not Chopped. I don't know where I got that. And on the phone, Nick Prueher, who is, are you Steele? I was just looking at it. You're Steele.
Yeah, I'm Steele. It says it right on my compression shirt.
There you go.
So you can't miss it.
Now, somehow I didn't know, and I should just say Chop is not with us today, sadly. That's
busy workout schedule. So yeah,
Joe Pickett
couldn't make it.
So all right, so you guys, well, obviously, we weren't. It's not as a visual joke, so it wouldn't make sense to continue the joke here. But so you guys, Chop and Steele is not your. It's more of like your marketing gig, right? What do you guys market?
Yeah, well, we went on news stations promoting a tour called Give Thanks for Strength, which was a vague pitch about bringing unity to the country through everyday feats of strength you could do in your own home. And it wasn't Give Thanks for Strength, it was Give Thanks for Strengths with an S. And in the press release, I think we even put the apostrophe S to make it look like we were even bigger idiots. And so, yeah, that was the vague tour. What we really do is tour around with a comedy show called the Found Footage Festival, which we traffic in awkward moments on VHS, like things like exercise videos and training videos. And when we're on the road, we used to do these morning shows as ourselves. And a while back, we're like, you know what? These news stations, when they have us on, they don't listen. They're not paying attention. So let's test that by sending out the most ridiculous press releases we can. And we couldn't believe it when they actually bid on these pitches. So now we're like, well, we got to do them.
So wait, so was this the first time that you guys had tried this? Because my understanding is that you, at the very least, were on 3 different stations. That Dakota station, one I think in Pennsylvania, and then one in Wisconsin. But before we get to the Wisconsin one, was this the first time that you guys had created these characters to do this?
Yeah, Chop and Steele, it was the first, that was their maiden voyage. And we actually got on 7 different morning shows. But after 3, we were like, nah, let's not do it anymore. We're losing sleep here. No, like 7 years earlier, we were touring and we had our friend Mark Prueher come on as a yo-yo expert, promoting environmentalism through yo-yo tricks, which, doesn't make any sense on paper, but we got him booked on a dozen morning shows. And he came on tour with us, and in 6 in the morning, we'd be somewhere, and we'd be in the hotel recording it and, rehearsing in the hotel, and send him off in suspenders as this ridiculous yo-yo expert who, was going through a divorce, had opinions about spanking children, completely going through a rough patch. And then
Kenny the K-Strass, right?
K-Strass. Yep. And then 3 years ago, we booked me as a celebrity chef named Chef Keith, who had just written a book on how to spruce up your Thanksgiving leftovers. This was right after Thanksgiving. And I got booked on 7 morning shows, and I guess the idea was to make the grossest concoctions possible and see if the anchors would actually try them on air.
And
and they all did. They all did.
And so, this is, so in some ways you're just like creating like fake versions of stuff that you present at the on the comedy show, the found footage.
Yeah, we've watched so many, what we find on that is unintentionally funny things on VHS. So like, I mentioned exercise videos, but, corporate training videos and like some of the, things that are unintentionally awkward. So we've kind of developed a keen eye for what makes for awkward TV and awkward video. And yeah, we just try to emulate some of those things and, and then sort of like, I don't know, take lazy news stations that don't fact check to task for doing that by getting on these shows.
Is it hard to find VHSs now or no?
It's getting harder to find ones we haven't seen. We've been collecting for like 20 some years now. And so we start to find the same ones over and over at thrift stores. But we have about 6,000 tapes in storage that we haven't even gone through yet. So we'll be okay if the apocalypse hits. We'll have enough to go for another 10, 15 years, I think.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos